hope I'm able to convey this effectively. So, in order to win at YouTube, I wrote down a bunch of notes. I have some ideas and some things I want to show you all. But I first think it needs to start with the beginning and end. I'm gonna do this again. Hold on, y'all. So for my notes, I have several different portions, but we're just talking generally about YouTube. But suppose this is towards the bottom of YouTube. This is YouTube in and of itself. This is prior to starting YouTube. And what I mean by saying that is that here you need to really think about what you are going to do prior to starting YouTube, your whole plan, how it's going to function. And I could be wrong. This is just one way of doing it. Maybe other people did a different way, but this is how my mind works and what works for me. What you're doing before you get started into it, how you're going to function, what's it going to do, what's going to be the main part of the roles, etc., etc. Then YouTube plays a role. Within YouTube, there's a whole way that it functions, things that you want to do, not do. We're going to talk mainly about this part today. But then also at the end, there is like, what are you trying to get out of it? Is there a business? I'm going to kind of talk about Mr. Beast, what Mr. Beast has done. He's created Beast Burger, Feastables, excuse me, and and like he's got Beast Philanthropy. He has 1,000 other things other than Beast, and he has also got a great relationship with Amazon now. So I know that's 1,000 feet above 100,000 feet, and we're gonna bring it back down and just focus more specifically on here on YouTube. But I did want to kind of say that to kind of set the base as we kind of talk about different things and what tools we utilize. And this is the thing that I found very helpful. Other people may do it differently. And maybe differently if you're not trying to do business. I don't know who wouldn't want to do that, who would want to be only registered to the specific website, if you're not going to have other social medias. I mean, there's 1,000 other things that I can say about it, but instead of me getting into the weeds on it, I'm going to try to stay on topic regarding it and say that, ooh, my bad. So I also say this, that, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but you got to be a jack of all trades, especially to be successful in YouTube, to my understanding, especially if you're going to do it by yourself. So you have to be a jack of all trades. How you going to do it? Now, that kind of goes against what people should master, a specific craft, or you have something that you excel at. Maybe you're very creative, maybe you're very strategic, maybe you're very thoughtful, maybe you just know how to farm, or maybe you could just, you could pick whatever you want to as far as the main subject. People are going to excel at that, but you got to get decent at other things. It's like some things you could survive in the basketball league without being able to do. Like, you got to be able to shoot, you got to be able to play defense, but some things you can't. I don't know if that's a great example, but most players are pretty even kill as you go from level to level. There's different things that will separate you from being successful in that. So that's what I'm saying. You have to be a jack of all trades and different things, because there's editing, there's filming, there's setup, there's storyline. How can you do it? Keeping interest of the people. There's 1,000 other things that the people have to do. So those are just things to think about. Like, but overall into that, what is your overall strategic plan? And that's kind of where my strength is at. And so I'm going to kind of talk about that. So I think I kind of want to talk about some tools first, so we kind of get that out the way, so you kind of see that, and then we'll kind of flow into some other things that I found to be helpful. So let me see, make sure I'm on the right page. So some of the first tools that we're going to kind of talk about is YouTube Studio. And I actually like this video. This video did a pretty good job explaining it, how it's broken down, how you can see analytics and stuff like that. So I'm going to put a link in the description for this video and how they talk more about the app one, but it's still the same thing as it being outside the app. So that's what I thought was really great about that. I'll probably play a couple seconds on that, but then I'm gonna run into the next thing.
Guys, through the YouTube Studio.
I dare you to let me build you store preloaded.
Today, I'm going to walk you guys through the YouTube Studio mobile app, and this is updated. There's a lot of new stuff in here, but if you watch the whole thing through, I'm going to share with you guys some of the most important metrics that you need to be looking at in your videos, as well as some hidden tools in there that a lot of people don't know about, but are super helpful.
Okay, so they're from Think Media. They do a great job with stuff. So that's one thing. Next thing is vidIQ. vidIQ, they also have a YouTube channel, but they're a specific app that you add to kind of help you think about your wording, that you put on your stuff, how you're going to make things go and whatnot. So they have different people who come in and they speak and just give a lot of suggestions about different things. So I'll say that too about them, but I just want to say that because that's things that I'm looking to implement as I'm trying to grow and do different things. Think about, oh yeah, and let me go back to that jack of all trades. They always say the quote is jack of all trades, master of none. That is just the beginning of the quote. There's also an end of the quote. A lot of people don't know about this, and I recently learned about this. The jack of all trades, master of none. And then they say something. It's better being just a master of one. So it was like the time frame when different things were created and whatnot, and how people used to do different things, and a lot of people have a lot of different skills in a lot of different areas. So they kind of talk about that. So for vidIQ, this is something that I just want you to look into to see more about it. And then I'll also say, because I talk a lot about Mr. Beast, not specifically, but just in general. And I know he did come up with an app. He had another app before, which would help with thumbnails and things like that. Which I think on a previous video, I helped with some thumbnails ideas to just get different support. But he also has different things. So this is a plan. I know for some people it may be expensive, some people maybe nothing or whatever. But if I'm at the right place, how do I want to do this? So view stats. Where did I find it last? View stats. And this is not exactly what I want to show on it, but view stats is a tool that he came up that does different things. Let me see if I can find something more accurate to this kind of script and show with it. At the same time, what I'll do is I'll pull up opusclips, because I'm a big proponent of thinking about doing things that people want to do. That people want to do as far as being successful, but opusclips gives you the opportunity to cut away. So if you create long form content, I'm a big long form content individual. So if you create long form content, this is a way to cut it up in different things. I've heard different people try to do that. This is what people utilize. This is the AI format. I don't particularly use this at this particular moment, but I know this is kind of next in my step as I'm going along my journey, because my goal is to create long form or just to cut it up, whether it's going to be 8-minute or 15-minute, 20-minute, 22-minute, different sections. So, I mean, and I think, I hate to be audacious, but I think I might aim at being 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 10 hour. What's wrong with 24 hour? I don't know. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't do it. I mean, you could do it technically. Could somebody watch it? I mean, if it was effective or something somebody could find use of, and I could find something that kind of falls in my wheelhouse or something like that, I'll most definitely do that. But so that's just a thought of mine or whatever regarding it. But I didn't want to say that, so you can kind of think about that. And let me see if I can find some more information on the view stat. Hold on. I think where I went last time was channel. Yeah, I think it was on a specific channel, and then looking for use stats. Yes. And what it did that I thought was very helpful was how they went about talking about what ViewStep did for YouTubers, and this is what I found it was effective on.
Here are 5 free tools that cover every process of being a YouTuber. For editing, use DaVinci Resolve. This has features that not even the most expensive editing softwares have. If you look
So I don't specifically use DaVinci Resolve. I like DaVinci Resolve. I like all the other ones too, but it's just giving you options of it that you could think of what would be useful. I'm just gonna talk a little bit more.
Looking for audio, look no further than the YouTube audio library. This is a completely free resource based in the YouTube studio.
This is something you could use. Epidemic is also something that you could use too. I've used it in the past. I don't know. I'm still trying to play with how much music I'm gonna use and how much music I'm not gonna use. But this is just something else you could think about if you want to do music. I mean, if you're effective at placing it in there and it makes sense and you don't have issues with sound and things like that, then of course you simply do. But if it's something that you don't want to edit as much or don't want to do, then might be something that you stay away from. It might make a difference if you're making long form or short form content. So that just kind of makes a difference.
If you want to get easy inspiration and see what the best YouTubers on the platform are doing, look no further than ViewStats.
And this is why I like ViewStats, because they give you examples what other people are using and how can you use it to be effective with what you're trying to do, and as far as coming up with this. So this is helping with thumbnails. So my thing with the thumbnails, it's in essence like creating a cake. If you make the cake's great. It looks appeasing as far as the cake itself. So the thumbnail is the icing on the cake. How beautiful do you make it? Do you spell out happy birthday? Do you have a certain design on it? Does it look like a bicycle? Because there's cake bicycles and stuff. They got cake. They can make cakes out of anything nowadays, depending on the shows that you watch. So how effective is the icing on the cake that is created? What is created on top of it? Does it bring more to it? Does it bring less to it? So we're gonna kind of talk about some different stuff, so you kind of see how you can pick and choose what works, what doesn't work, what's successful, what's not successful, and that's why I like that. So this is the app ViewStats. So if you find that, because then as you continue on your journey, how are you doing? How are things going? So this is what I'm thinking not just now, but I'm thinking in the future. Okay, this is a step I need to do. So it's almost if you play a sport, you think, okay, I need to do this, then I need to level up. I need to be able to shoot a 15 foot. I need to be able to shoot a long range shot. I need to be able to dribble the ball from a big man. So that is the different stuff makes difference.
Which is a massive YouTuber data platform. Essentially gives you access to everyone's creator studio. We can see details on people's videos, channels, and so much more. There's even a Chrome extension specifically for YouTube to turn it into a researching tool. For recording your content, use OBS.
So you can see what works and what doesn't work. So OBS is something that they can talk about too. And so that's just something that you use. Some people use other things too. But yeah, I'll let it play and then I'll continue on.
Whether you're recording yourself on camera or you're recording your screen for gameplay, OBS streamlines this whole process. If you're looking for help on researching and scripting, look no further than ChatGPT. This can make it easier to get more information on a topic and use that research to write your own captivating script. Here are 5.
So that's depending on how you want to go forward with how you're gonna script and how you do different things. What was the video that I found that I thought was super helpful? It was one that I thought was really helpful. I like the way that they described it. Okay. I think it was this one. I won't play the whole thing, but I'll play. Was this one? Was that one? Okay. Yeah, I think it was this. They're both pretty good. So you all could watch it, but I just want to do this.
Roku's self-serve ads
So
platform.
the thing I'm thinking about what it does, it helps you create the outliers. The outliers,
The file free.
The outliers as far as what you're coming up with.
Here's everything.
Outliers that you come up with as far as like, how can you make your thumbnail different? How can you make your cake different so they eat your cake? Why should they eat your cake? You have a cake, they have a cake. Both cakes look good, but your cake has more design. It's more colorful, or it's more attractive to the person, or whatever. That's what, in essence, the thumbnail does. It's the wrapping around the GIF. GIFs can be equal, but is the wrapping going to be better on one GIF or the other GIF? So he kind of talks about this. I'm probably not going to listen to all of it, but I'll probably touch on some of it. But this is why I like view stats.
You need to know about outliers and how to use them to get more views on every video you upload. Take this channel for example, who has recently started posting, but their second video has already gotten over 500,000 views. Or check out this video that has over 10 million views from a small channel. This doesn't just happen by mistake. These creators understand that secret method, and by the end, you will too. So this video is broken into 3 main sections. To help you understand the secret of outliers, watch each of these to fast track the growth of your channel. So the best place to start is going over what exactly is an outlier. Outliers is a basic math problem. And to help explain this concept, I'll be using this channel as an example. So this channel has 122,000 subscribers and typically gets 1 to 3,000 views per video. But then they upload this video that gets almost 700,000 views and is a 97 times outlier, which essentially means that this video performed 97 times better than the previous videos on this channel. And this
So that's one way that you could do it. That's one thing that they kind of talk about in the video. So they kind of talk about different stuff in there, but I'll let you go ahead and look through that if that's something that you want to do in there. Let's see. I'll let you do that, but so they just use different examples of what will work and what didn't work. So I just want to show that. So you kind of get to see that. And then the last, okay, I already talked about OBS, and I did this one too. All right, cool. So we're all on the same page regarding that. So it's just talking about those things are some of the things that I think about as we're doing it, starting off. But then I also want to kind of bring in here and kind of conclude with the video. And this is where it kind of made me think about these different things. So I'm kind of go over some of the notes that I have, and then I'll give you the opportunity to see the video too. And just kind of talk about a lot of things I think about. So, okay, you want to upload, don't have analysis paralysis. Is it the best video possible? Improve your thumbnails at least 1% daily. And I'm a personal proponent of the 8 to 20 minute video. One subject, you could have 4 cuts, 3 cuts, 4 cuts, or whatever, a few cuts. So I mean, it's kind of how you do it. People make cuts differently, and it says at your core, YouTube wants people to click and keep watching. So this is some of the stuff they talk about this. And then title, you want to tell them I'm telling you why. Title, and then I'm telling you why. Let's say, why do they want to watch it? Viral videos coming out with quality. Bad but not great. People upload more videos than they probably should. So this kind of goes against like take it as you want, and so you're gonna apply what you want and see it will probably make a difference with your genre or where you're at in your journey. It talks about uploading half the amount of videos, 1/5 the amount of videos, 1/3 the amount of videos. Make the video so freaking good. And this is what Mr. B says. Like they talk specifically about that, and so that people have to promote it so good, and not be so stuck in having to schedule it, because does that make a difference on how great your video is? Or are you having a competition to figure out like you need to come up with the next 50 videos? And I think sometimes that kind of makes a difference as far as where you're at in the process. And then Mr. Beast really believes that it's pure proponent of it's pure knowledge and action. Give them what they click for, tell them why they clicked and why they should watch. stick on topic. Don't get that it's okay. It's enough for today. You know, for you to say it's okay that you did enough for today, or are you going to do more? I guess sometimes that kind of depends on work-life balance or where you're at. Take consideration of the genre style, which I talked about. You know, how are you going to live your life? Are you going to spend most of your time, your hours doing this stuff? You know, some people have been doing this since they were young. Leverage to build a business, decades in it. Some people are choosing to go decades into it, and then it's maybe bigger than TV at some point in time. So those are a lot of those different things that they talk about. But if you look at biographies, autobiographies of people who've been successful, you know, I'm a personal proponent of shorts. I don't like shorts. I think shorts take away a lot. If I had shorts, I would have a completely different channel for shorts. I think I said that before. And then I've heard other videos where they say have at least 5 videos, then upload to the channel, and then start uploading and start uploading to minimize the amount of friction. You know, have a title no more than 50 characters. It's easier to get 5 million views on one video than 500,000 views on 100 videos. And just basically keep it simple. But I'm not gonna say everything, but I'll say those were some of the main things that kind of stuck out to me that they said. But I want to let you go ahead and see this video. So I'll kind of clip to it so you kind of see what I'm talking about. So one of the first videos that I recommend, this one is good, where he gives great advice, Mr. Beast, and I'll probably play it. And then this is another video right here. This is a good one that where he talks about this gives you different YouTubers in different genres. So some of the stuff may be the same, some stuff may be different. I'm not sure what particular genre you're going to work on, if you're going to work on a different genre. So that may make a difference. And then this one, I thought this was one of the most profound ones. His channel grew to 100 and what is that? 34 million. I think it grew like 300 because he did one thing. He uses multicultural, so it's translating one channel. So as opposed to him having different channels, which I've seen other big YouTubers have different channels in Espanol and Spanish and same thing, Portuguese or whatever. So that makes a difference. So he's done differently on that. So that's one of the things that he's done differently in here to kind of make a difference on why he does what he does. I'll let him say a little bit and then we'll move on.
Supercharges the heck out of the videos. So, I mean, put 2 and 2 together, it's added a lot of views per video for us.
What has going multi-language meant for your channel in terms of reach and growth and subs and views and all that?
Well, I mean, does it take a genius to figure out that our Espanol channel, if you just look at Mr. Beast Espanol, was doing over 20 million views a video. Some of the videos were getting 100 million views. You know, our Portuguese channel was doing 5 to 10 million views a video. French was doing millions of views a video. And so you can imagine if you take 12 channels like those, and instead of doing them all separate, you combine them on one, it supercharges the heck out of the videos. So, I mean, put 2 and 2 together, it's added a lot of views.
And that's just something to think about as you're going along this journey for you to think about. And I'll play this first video because I do like it.
Create your dream.
Something that I thought was well done, and I'll just play the first couple minutes of it, and I'll leave it at that for y'all.
You could get 10 million subscribers within 6 months.
Your first video is not going to get views.
Subscribers don't matter. Views don't matter. I mean, they do.
So stop sitting there and thinking for months and months on end and just get to work and start uploading.
Everything you want as a creator comes from making the best videos possible and thumbnails.
Mr. Beast shares his best YouTube advice all the way from title and thumbnail secrets to growing a channel on YouTube.
It's much easier to get 5 million views on one video than 50,000 views on 100 videos.
He also reveals how he's able to hook.
See, specifically, he talks about that stuff. So, but I'm gonna leave it at that. I just want to say that I thought it was great information. You have it at your disposal. I'll put links in the description so you could access that stuff. And I hope you found that all helpful. I wish y'all will. All right, and like and subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. All right, and then hit that notification bell. I'm trying to learn. All right, y'all. Take it easy. Wish y'all well.